Hello, I'm Tara Spires-Jones. I'm one of the lab heads in the Euan MacDonald Centre, and the way my lab is helping beat MND is by looking at the brain changes that happen during the disease. So you're probably aware your brain is absolutely amazing. It's made up of cells, brain cells called neurons, and the way they talk to each other is in little tiny connection points called synapses. And you've had most of the neurons in your brain since before you were born. You get a few new ones and you lose a few as you age or maybe drink too much. But for the most part, you've had the neurons in your brain since before you were born, and you are able to change and learn new things because of these synaptic connections. They're very malleable. What we don't know in MND, or motor neuron disease, is why these brain cells die. With the brain cells dying is why you lose motor function, and why some people with MND also lose the ability to think clearly. So there are some people with MND that have thinking problems or dementias. And in our lab, we're using a cutting-edge technique that we developed, and we're the only lab in the world so far using it, called array tomography. So we're incredibly lucky that families, people with MND and their families who come through the Euan MacDonald Centre, sometimes donate tiny pieces of their brain after they die, and we embed them in this plastic resin, and then we cut them into really thin sections, and this allows us with very high resolution to look at these tiny connection points, synapses, in the brain. This is really important because not only do we not know how neurons die, but in our lab we think that these brain cells or neurons might be dying because of changes that start in those connections. So that's the big question we're answering, and that's how we're hoping to help beat MND.